that's a huge part of my client journey. But what I want to start, and I've mentioned this on the podcast before, what I want to, currently anyway, that's a huge part, and it still will be. But I think what I want to move towards at some point is some element, and I know some people won't buy into this, but there will be certain people who do, is some element of meditation, some element of spiritual awakening, because I just think that's so much more important than anything that's going on in the physical world at all.
Yeah.
Like, again, yeah. So, like, physique transformation is great, and it's an avenue to great self-belief and self-confidence. But, like, that to me is still, it's not the whole shebang. Do you know what I mean? Like, we spoke about, your journey has led to you feeling, right, this is what's important to me. So you've done fat loss, didn't do anything for you. You realise the fat loss it's got its place, but also it's much more outside of that. It's about building, so all that. So you've developed your client journey around that. As I'm evolving as a person, I'm realising that for me, anything that's going on in the physical world, whether it's a physique transformation or whether it's better self-confidence in your day-to-day stuff, is great. But there's something deeper underlying all of that. And if you can't connect to who you actually are, and you can't have authenticity, and you don't really know, you're not connected to yourself on a deeper level. Like, I could be confident and just coasting through life and not have awareness. And I could have a great physique and be confident in my day-to-day stuff, but not have awareness and not clarity, and don't have the capacity to just take myself to the next level because I don't have that connection with myself. That's what I want to start to bring in at some point. And I know it's just, again, it's one of them things that a lot of people will switch off to, but some people will invest in it.
Yeah.
And some people will therefore reap the rewards that I'm looking to bring to the world, because that to me is so much more fulfilling. Because my journey is, I've never actually really given a fuck about my own physique. It's more just been like, oh, I want to have a challenge. And when I started PT, and it was just sort of like, I just fell into it. And then you were gassing me up because I got great genetics, and I was like, oh, this is fun. And then got into bodybuilding, and then that became its own thing, and now it's just what I do. But I don't really care that much about it. But it's more just like, for me, I seen what it can do for other people, and that has excited me for a while. But now I've realised that the thing that actually is most important to me. What?
I just want to cut you in there, because there's bodybuilders who can't put on as much muscle as you, have got a worse physique than you, who like just don't really look that good in terms of bodybuilding, who like eat, sleep, breathe shit bodybuilding, like love it, would die for it, like can't imagine doing anything else, just want to talk about it all day, every day, still look a bit shit. And you've just sat there like knowing full well that you can get yourself in fucking insane shape, going, just not even that asked about bodybuilding, you know, just do it. Like, it's just a thing that I do. Like, just kind of fell into it, and yeah, it is what it is, and look at me.
No, but it's true though.
I know it is, I know, but it's like,
I just don't.
Even me watch is laughing at you. Even me watch has just said, ha ha.
Yeah, I just don't really give a fuck about it. What's more inspiring to me is being able to, because the journey that I've been through and what meditation and bringing awareness to myself has brought to me in my life, I want to give that to people, because that's more valuable. That just transcends everything. You could be a fat cunt with low confidence, but you've got awareness and you've got a good meditation practice, you're sound.
Yeah.
Like, everything in life is fine.
Yeah.
Your whole family could die, but you've got that sound.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not like that. To me, is well more important. So, what, like, I was thinking, and obviously, it's just, I'm not going to be able to do this most likely on my own, but contribute to the reduction of suffering in the world is something that I want to.
What, like mental suffering?
Just suffering.
Just suffering in
You
general.
can have pain without suffering. And with a good meditation practice and good level of awareness, you don't have to suffer ever. You can experience pain.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between being in pain and suffering. Do you know what I mean? Or does that sound a
No,
bit
yeah,
mad?
I think I kind of get what you mean. So like something can be like a loss in the family is going to be painful, but then how you choose to respond to that, like it becomes suffering. If you then just dwell on it and sit in it and feel that pain every single day and don't try and move past it, then it becomes suffering. Whereas if you're very self-aware and you can almost step out of that situation and be like, okay, well, death happens. I can't bring them back. What does this mean for me? Blah, blah, blah. Like whatever, wherever you take your headspace in that journey, it's no longer suffering. It's just moving forward. Is that what you mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Awareness.
I get him.
You spent enough time around me now.
I'd fucking be worried if I didn't, didn't I?
Awareness, that's it.
Yeah, it's just awareness.
Awareness
Just
of the
being able to,
situation. Being able to be the observer of your life. So when you notice these painful emotions coming up, just being like, right, that's normal. My family's just died.
Yeah.
This is fine. This is normal. I'm just gonna let them play out in the same way that you'll be meditating and you'll start thinking about fucking whatever hand gel.
Yeah.
You start thinking about whatever the fuck. You know what it's like.
I do it. I'm trying to get better at walking meditations.
Yeah.
Remember you were on the podcast the other day. Obviously you do because you were here. Stupid sentence to say. What a stupid sentence to say. Oh, I'm sorry you had to listen to that and watch that if you're watching it on video. Isn't it? Like what was that sentence? What was that sentence? It was the most pointless.
Do you remember when you were here last week?
Do you remember on the podcast that you turned around to me and went, I'm just going to meditate now?
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that concept. So I've been trying to just like, and it sort of clicked with me that you can just meditate anywhere.
Yeah.
Like you can just be on a walk and meditate. Remember I told you about that meditation I'd done on Calm, and he was like, stop making it a thing.
Yeah.
Like stop needing to sit in a certain position with your certain hands this way and do this and like just be where you are.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I've been making it a thing.
Yeah.
So I just walk with the dog now and I'm just like, just going to be here.
Yeah. That's all it is. It's literally just observing.
Yeah.
I think that word for me, just when I say the word, it clicks with me. It's just observing. So I've now just started meditating because I'm now observing how everything feels in my body. I'm observing the thoughts that are popping into my head. I'm observing, so it's in this, going back to what I was saying, it's like you can have pain without suffering. You just experience the way you say it, you still experience your thoughts when you're meditating.
Yeah.
A random thought will pop in. You know that's not you. That's not who you are. It's like your thought is not you. It's just a thought that's been generated by your brain. You can step away. You know that it's not your identity. You can just put that away to the side a little bit. Same thing with pain and emotions. You're having these horrible, painful thoughts and it's just disgusting. You can just breathe and observe them, let them play out.
Yeah.
And not be attached to them. They're not you. They're not part of your identity. It's just, you let them be, you let them play out, and you're just observing them in the same way that I was observing myself in the rain, but I wasn't in the rain. Do you know what I mean?
So good. So good. Such a good little reel as well. Wait, I'm going to minute. You had no pants on. Do you know what? I was actually trying to explain that to kids. I went for a steam in a sauna, like the scousest pastime ever.
Nice.
Like, how scouse am I? I went for a steam in a sauna. In Prenton, Total Fitness, which is a fantastic gym.
Yeah.
Like, if it was closer, I'd sign up there.
Yeah.
Like, it's got a running track around the gym floor on the second floor, like massive one.
I think they order. There's one in Wilmslow. I think it's Wilmslow.
The one, I mean,
that my dad goes to sometimes.
Maybe, yeah. But
Like a full
maybe the
200
Aintree
metre.
one just needs a bit of TLC then, because the Aintree Total Fitness is
I didn't even know there was one in there.
exactly. It's not up to scratch. Like the Prenton one is nice.
Sick.
And like nice people go there. There's like footballers and property investors, so it's like got like a nice atmosphere. It hasn't got like a Aintree Total Fitness atmosphere, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain to him about like when I was depressed, like badly, like at my lowest point, and when it sort of clicked for me when I was speaking to the guy in DCMH, which is like the Department for Mental Health in the Army, and it just, I don't know how, I can't remember exactly how he explained it, but he was like, it basically just clicked that it's not me. Like, I'm not depressed.
Yeah.
I just feel depressed. So I can change that feeling. It's like I'm not, and it was almost like, but I wasn't into meditation or anything like that at the time, But it was that stepping out of it and going,
It's like, it's very subtle, isn't it?
okay, so I'm not depressed.
Yeah.
I'm probably just repeating myself now, so if you don't really get it, it doesn't help. But it's like I've just felt this feeling, and a separate part of me looked at me feeling that feeling and went, okay, we'll fix that then.
Yeah.
And then I was able to almost have two parts of me, this fucking depressed me, and this other part of me that was going, right, we need to fix this knobhead.
Yeah.
That's what was going on.
It's so unbelievably subtle, isn't it?
Yeah, it was
It's just
weird.
literally
It was
just a
like,
small step back, and then you're like, it's Jack.
like I'm still depressed.
It's Jack, and it's I.
Yeah, I'm still depressed. But also there's like this other part of me that's going, okay, well, let's fucking fix this. Let's fix that depressed bit of the knobhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
Depressed bit of the knobhead.
Yeah. I'm still a knobhead, whether I was fucking depressed or not. But there's the depressed knobhead and then there's the other knobhead.
Yeah, because you are not your thoughts.
Yeah.
You are not your emotions.
Yeah.
They're just things that happen.